Morning folks, welcome to an OCC Daily Queensland Weather App today, the 24th of the 1st, 2023. My name's Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by our major sponsor, townsvillesheds.com. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed-safe, accredited shed. We've got a bit of decaying convection pushing across with some light rain across southeast Queensland this morning. Some already early morning convection popping up across southern interior parts of the state. We're expecting to see some fairly high lightning rates with some of these storms and potential intensity with some of these storms down in southern inland Queensland. The expectation also that we'll see some convection extending up through central west and northwest Queensland today, but at the moment it's nice and sky clear, which is going to allow those convective cells to build later. We can see some isolated showers across the Gulf country, and we can see some showers across the eastern and northeastern parts of Cape York Peninsula. Little sneaky surface trough coming onto the coastline around northeast Queensland, just increasing the showers temporarily there around this coast and the ranges. The UK Met model this morning showing us quite widespread areas of instability through the afternoon today across the southeast interior, extending potentially all the way to the coastline there. You notice there's a little bit of unstable air also extending right to the coast. Notice a bit of instability across northeast inland Queensland as that sneaky surface trough pushes inland, and we've got widespread shower and storm potential across the Gulf country and through the inland parts of the state, with weak to moderate levels of instability throughout the afternoon. Weak instability also expected to linger around the northern parts of Cape York Peninsula. As we progress into this evening and tonight, or this evening, we do see those instability levels peak towards that 5 to 7 p.m. period, which is pretty normal, and we see those instability values decrease a touch overnight, but remaining unstable overnight, which means that we could see some overnight convective activity as well. As we progress into tomorrow, the expectation is that we'll see some showers and thunderstorms building again tomorrow across the interior parts of the state, but potentially also around the Fraser coastline and the Wide Bay Burnett district, as well as the northern SEQ coastline as well. So quite an unstable period here across the state, across various parts of the state, I should say, over the next 24 to 48 hours. Severe weather threat is relatively limited. However, I would note that we do have some pretty significant steering winds through the mid-level atmosphere, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some gusty showers and thunderstorms across that southern and southeastern interior region. So despite the fact that the severe weather threat is limited, I certainly wouldn't be surprised to see severe thunderstorm warnings out for thunderstorms this afternoon across the southern and central interior and southeast interior region of the state. And don't forget, we could see a couple of sneaky storms continuing into the overnight hours. Having a look at rainfall between now and 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we can see that there's quite a substantial amount of shower and storm activity across the southeast interior, across the central interior, potentially through southern inland Queensland as well. You can see that shower and storm activity extending back towards the northwestern parts of the state, and some showers and storms around the Gulf country. Notice this little sneaky surface trough with shower activity around the northeast Queensland coastline, and the possibility of isolated convection developing inland of the coastline, inland of the ranges there around northeast Queensland as the afternoon progresses. Pretty isolated though. And widespread shower and isolated thunderstorm activity across the northern Cape and Torres Strait Islands over the next 24 hours. Winds across the state remaining southeasterly through central and north Queensland. However, notice that the wind speeds are reasonably weak, around about 5 to 15 knots through most of the coastline. Notice here, southeast Queensland, the coastline, the coastal winds, let me get that right, are fairly light across this region. Notice also the Cape York Peninsula winds, they're just slightly enhanced there around Cape Melville with winds up around 15 to 20 knots. Remember, these are sustained winds, so gusts are going to be stronger than that, especially with the sea breeze coming in the afternoon and evening. Plenty more details on everything we talked about today at join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au. In our subscription service today, we'll be looking at the onset of the monsoon again in February and the possibility of lows and tropical cyclones through February. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.